So generally, Ayurveda is for anyone who has reached the age of 16 and above. Some say it's 15 and above, some might say it's 16 and above, but essentially when you're moving into adulthood. And generally, though, what you see is people taking up Ayurveda much later in life. Usually, they're in their late 40s or late 50s. Uh, but Ayurveda really shouldn't be left that long. Everybody needs a detox. We are constantly exposed to toxicity all around us. Toxicity is in the air, it's in the news that we watch in television, it's in the foods that we consume, it's in the thoughts that we even think in terms of our work lives, our school lives, our family lives. There is stress everywhere in modern life. And this all affects the level of toxicity in the body. So it's very important that we take time out.
And for the people who are not sick, as
Mhm.
we understand it,
Yeah.
we talk about healing.
Right.
Is there a different view in Ayurveda about being sick or have a disease and being healthy?
Yeah, so Ayurveda is about restoring balance to the body. So anyone who you don't necessarily have to be ill or have pain in a particular part of your body, or to be diagnosed with everything with any particular disorder or disease to have imbalances. Uh, Imbalances arise purely by the lifestyles that we lead in today's modern world. And so, an Ayurvedic program, whether it's a detox or another form of program, is about detecting the imbalances in the body, the imbalances in the dosha types. So these doshas, these three doshas, vata, pitta, kapha, are basically energy systems in the body, and they combine in a certain way to make up our body constitution. That is, one or two doshas tend to be dominant, and they can get aggravated in a certain way through internal and external stresses on our bodies. And so Ayurveda is really about determining what is aggravated and what can be put right. It is not that someone has to have a symptom to have an imbalance in their body. The imbalance can be there even if you're not consciously aware of it.
In the West, sometimes it's a bit hard to understand that one can heal her or himself. Yeah. Can you explain a bit how this is there proof? Is there are there studies? Which are the facts of Ayurveda?
Yeah, Ayurveda, people benefit from it in different ways. I was reading a book not too long ago where the author had stage 4 cancer when she was introduced to Ayurveda and was given 3 months to live. And she's now been cancer free for more than 10 years and made Ayurveda her life work. That's not to say that everyone's going to heal from stage 4 cancer through Ayurveda, but it definitely shows that there's a lot of power behind the science. In my own particular case, I had back surgery when I was 14. I had developed a reliance on numerous physicians to keep me pain-free, or to at least help me manage my pain, such as chiropractors, naturopaths, acupuncturists, you name it. I saw every osteopaths. I was seeing everyone and anyone who could help me manage the pain in my body and my back. But nothing came close to the efficacy of Ayurveda. With Ayurveda, I am no longer dependent on any physician. So it's hard to say, to put your finger on it. It's hard to say what exactly is it. It's a combination of a lot of things that have helped me, from yoga to the internal medicines to the external treatments that you receive, the massages in the particular rhythm and way that they do it. And so a lot of this is now being studied as to what works in Ayurveda for certain ailments.
Okay, which are the mental benefits?
I think the mental benefits is the ability to at least still the mind. I think that we're living in an age where we're in constant anxiety about something or the other. Where there are a lot of worries, there's a lot of frustrations. It might be about one's family situations, relationships, jobs, earning, education. There's so many things that are external to us, and we've kind of been trained in society to think that the problems exist out there, and everything is wrong with the external world. And through Ayurveda and yoga, you come back to your internal world, and you try to heal from the inside. And then by healing what's inside, the experience of the outer world changes.
So why do we have to go to India for this cure?
I think one is that Ayurveda was founded in India. So the doctors that are trained in the traditional medicines, you'll find them in greater concentration in India than you will outside of India. So the first is the fact that Ayurveda was founded in India. The second thing is that your environment has a lot to do with the benefit that you take from Ayurveda. So, for example, in Europe, or even where I live in Canada, the climate is cold. And cold climates are really not conducive to Ayurveda. In fact, my Ayurvedic doctor even suggested that I leave Canada and move to a warm climate because my particular back issues, lower back pain, would be aggravated by cold climates. So she had given me a long reason for that, which I won't get into here. But essentially, cold climates aggravate certain conditions. So doing Ayurveda in a warm climate is beneficial. The other thing is there's a lot of humidity and moisture in the air, and moisture is said to aid in the healing and also the absorption of Ayurvedic medicines. So, and even the air, the humidity actually has a lot of prana, life energy, which we're able to absorb and take in when we're in that environment. And the final reason I would say is if you don't get out of your environment that is full of the stresses and toxins and challenges that you have in your everyday routine, if you are not taken out of that environment, you'll be at a disadvantage in terms of healing. So it's better to just take a person out of their environment, put them in a warm climate, in a place of beauty, in an environment where there's a lot of nature and you're waking up to the sounds of nature. There's oceans, there are forests, there are sounds of birds. Just being in a totally serene setting has a tremendous impact on the senses and on the overall experience that you get, the sense of well-being.